When people say BTS broke records, they're not just talking hashtags and fan cams. We're talking full-blown history books rewritten, numbers that make legends blink. Let's count 13 jaw-dropping receipts that prove BTS isn't just part of the industry. They're out here rewriting its rulebook.
BTS is the first act in history to replace themselves at number one on the Billboard Hot 100 2 weeks in a row. Everyone remembers when Taylor Swift did it in 2023. Is it over now, dethroning Cruel Summer? But BTS did it first in 2021. Butter got knocked off by Permission to Dance, only for Butter to go back up the week after. 2 tracks, 2 weeks, one act so powerful they had to battle themselves for the crown. Acts like the Beatles, Drake, and Justin Bieber have replaced themselves at number one before, but only BTS and Taylor Swift managed to do it consecutively across 2 weeks. First act to debut a non-English song at number one on the Billboard Hot 100. Life Goes On didn't just stop charts, it shattered the English language barrier in Billboard. No radio push, no precedent, just impact. Other Asian acts like Psy with Gangnam Style and Q Sakamoto with Sukiyaki have entered the Hot 100 top 10, and some like BTS themselves hit number one, but none debuted at number one with a non-English song until Life Goes On. Jimin, a member of BTS, of course, later repeated this with Like Crazy. BTS is the first act ever to rule the Billboard Hot 100, Global 200, and Global exclusive US charts simultaneously. Dynamite didn't just climb the charts, it torched them. 1 week, 3 global number ones, 0 competition. This wasn't chart success, it was a clean sweep. And remember, this happened during the pandemic. The Global 200 and Global exclusive charts were newly launched in September of 2020. BTS was the first to conquer all three in a single week. BTS is only the fourth act in history to sell out stadiums in 4 continents in a single tour. The Love Yourself and Map of the Soul tours weren't tours, they were conquests. Asia, Europe, North America, South America sold out. Unfortunately for Map of the Soul, COVID happened and they had to cancel the tour. But Love Yourself, Speak Yourself did it just fine. Only Coldplay, Ed Sheeran, and Taylor Swift can say the same. With their next world tour on the horizon, expect BTS to duplicate or surpass this elite record. Fastest accumulation of 5 Billboard Hot 100 number ones since Michael Jackson. They are in good company. 5 number one hits, 10 months and 2 weeks. Michael Jackson was the last to move that fast during 1987 to 1988 with hits like Bad, The Way You Make Me Feel, Man in the Mirror, Dirty Diana, and I Just Can't Stop Loving You. BTS matched that pace between August 2020 and June 2021 with Dynamite, Savage Love Remix, Life Goes On, Butter, and Permission to Dance. BTS was the first group since the Beatles to land 3 Billboard 200 number one albums in under 12 months. The Beatles did it with anthologies. However, BTS did it with all new studio albums. Tear, May 2018, Answer, August 2018, and Persona, April 2019, all within 11 months. Iconic company, equal caliber. They were the first group since the Beatles in 1964 to score 4 Billboard Hot 100 number ones in a single calendar year. In 2021, they scored with Butter in May, Permission to Dance in July, My Universe in September, Savage Love Remix, charting Residual Impact from late 2020. The Beatles achieved 4 number ones in 1964, I Wanna Hold Your Hand, She Loves You, Can't Buy Me Love, and Love Me Do. BTS is the first act with the most number one debuts on the Billboard Hot 100. They have 6 songs, all debuted at number 1. Dynamite, Savage Love Remix, Life Goes On, Butter, Permission to Dance, and My Universe. Bruno Mars, half Filipino, half Puerto Rican, but grew up in the US, has more than 6 number ones, but he never debuted a single at number 1. All of Bruno Mars's 9 Billboard Hot 100 number ones climbed to number 1 after their release, sometimes over several weeks. Hits like Just the Way You Are, Locked Out of Heaven, Uptown Funk all had strong growth through radio, sales, and streaming, but did not debut at the top. BTS is only the 5th group with the most number 1 hits in Billboard Hot 100. Only the Beatles with 20 number ones, the Supremes with 12 number ones, Bee Gees with 9 number ones, and the Rolling Stones with 6 number ones. BTS is in the top 5 of all time, and that is not a bad company to be with. BTS is only the 2nd act in history to debut a song and album at number 1 in the same week. Life Goes On for Billboard Hot 100 and B for Billboard 200 both debuted at number 1 during the chart week dated December 5, 2020. Taylor Swift was actually the first to do it with Cardigan, of course, for Billboard Hot 100 and Folklore for Billboard 200 on August 8, 2020, and repeated it twice more with Willow for Billboard Hot 100 and Evermore for Billboard 200 on the chart dated December 26, 2020. And then All Too Well, 10-minute version for Billboard Hot 100 and Red, Taylor version for Billboard 200 on November 27, 2021. BTS is only the 2nd group in history where every member debuted a solo album in Billboard 200 Top 5. The Beatles was of course the first. BTS is the 2nd. RM debuted Indigo at number 3 December of 2022 and then followed it with RPWP at number 5 June of 2025. Jin, although technically he released The Astronaut as a single album in November 2022, it only hit number 6. However, Happy hit number 4, November 30 of 2024, and then Echo at number 3, May 31, 2025. Suga, aka August D, did it with D-Day, number 2, April 2023. J-Hope landed at number 5 with Hope on the Street, April of 2024. Jimin hit number 2 twice, first with Face, April 2023, and then Muse, August of 2024. V did it with Layover, also at number 2, September 2023. Of course, Jungkook did it with Golden, number 2, November 2023. Each member of the Beatles actually landed either number 1 or number 2. Paul McCartney did it with McCartney in 1970. John Lennon did it with Imagine, 1971. George Harrison, he's my favorite Beatle by the way, All Things Must Pass did it in 1970. And then Ringo Starr did it with Ringo, 1973. Of course, BTS still holds the record for the most viewed YouTube video in the first 24 hours. When Butter dropped on May 21, 2021, BTS didn't just break the internet, they crushed it. It debuted with 108.2 million views in 24 hours. Before that, they also held the title with Dynamite with 101.1 million. And before that, Boy With Love with 74.6 million. They didn't just set the bar, they kept raising it. When each member becomes their own headliners, being part of a legendary group is one thing, but dominating charts solo, that's next level royalty. And here's how some of the BTS members each stepped out and blew the roof off on their own terms. Just remember, they are all just starting out their solo careers. And most of their albums were actually released while they were already serving in the military. So, whatever we are seeing right now is just actually a taste of what they can do. Wait until they actually can perform without the commitment of a military service looming over their heads. Let's start with Jungkook. He is, in fact, the first soloist ever to debut a song at number one on the Billboard Hot 100, Global 200, and Global Exclusive US simultaneously with Seven featuring Lado. He did it on July 29, 2023. Many will be surprised, but Global 200 and Global Exclusive US are two very, very new charts. But before anybody says it's easy or it was just circumstances, remember, these two charts actually was launched September of 2020. So it still took almost 3 years for a soloist to reign on these three charts simultaneously. Next is J-Hope. He is the first Asian rapper to gross over $4 million from a single show. It was almost 5 million in fact, and he did it with his tour, Hope on the Stage. In his LA stop, in each of the nights in BMO. But that is not his only record. He is only the second Asian act to sell out stadiums in two continents as a soloist. BMO Stadium in the US, LA, and Kyocera Dome in Japan. And then we have Jimin. As I've mentioned earlier, he is the first solo act in history to debut a non-English song at number one on the Billboard Hot 100. He did it with Like Crazy, April 8, 2023. He shocked everybody, especially because he had very, very little US promotions. And also, he is one of only three Asian soloists to chart a song in the Hot 100 for over 32 weeks, who, from his album Muse, stayed inside Billboard Hot 100 for 33 weeks. Other Asian acts are Bruno Mars and Olivia Rodrigo. No other Asian solo track is currently showing similar longevity, making Jimin's record one for the ages. He's most likely going to keep this record for a long time. And then Suga, aka August D. He is the very first artist to top Billboard charts under three different names. It's so rare as August D. For Hegum, he landed on top of rap digital song sales. As Suga, he participated in Girl of My Dreams with Juice WRLD. It hit number one on digital song sales. And then, of course, as a member of BTS, multiple number ones including Butter and Dynamite. There are very few artists who have operated under multiple names with chart-topping success, while Prince, P. Diddy, and others have reinvented their monikers. Few, if any, have hit number one across all of them simultaneously. And even fewer are those who are simply using different monikers in different types of work like Suga did. From Seoul to stadiums worldwide, BTS has done more than break records. They've redefined what global success really looks like. These aren't just status, they're seismic shifts. And now, with their impending reunion on the horizon, the next wave of record breaking is just a matter of when, not if. But beyond the trophies and charts, BTS's real legacy lies in how they transformed the fabric of music itself. They turned it into a three-dimensional, multi-sensory, multi-platform, and multi-channel experience. A fusion of sound, story, and spectacle, where lyrics spark narratives, visuals breathe symbolisms, and fans become a part of the art. They didn't just break into the Western market, they made room for foreign language music to lead it. They built a new artistic economy, a global fan driven ecosystem where storytelling and identity matter just as much as the melody. So when we say they paved the way, we're not just talking about a road for other artists, we're talking about a whole new map. And there you go. Only acts in history or only Asian acts. So no more qualifiers, and it feels good actually to have the luxury, I guess, or we have that claim. They have records that are truly their own, not just a record that they hold because of certain qualifiers, right? And that is the caliber of BTS. I've always said that I hope, given all of these facts, I hope that we start treating them like elite performers, like elite artists, the elite artists that they truly are. Let us stop getting into fights with other fandoms that we know, their groups are successful and they're good, but it's just not the same. And it has to start with us. The We need to to show everybody how to treat BTS. Um, but also, more importantly, even though these are good to talk about, records, sales, these are nice to have. But the truth is that at some point, someone's going to win more records, destroy those records, surpass them in this and that. But at the end of the day, the things that really matter is their impact, the changes that they have made, how they have changed the global music industry, and the things that they have done first, the roads that they have paved. Those are the ones that really matter, and those are the ones that we really celebrate. So I don't often make this videos like this where I just concentrate on the data, because as I've said, the ones that really matter, you can't really quantify them with numbers or records. And while we should celebrate this, we should celebrate those things more. All right. I just hope that this video actually helped in getting you in the mood to wait for them to celebrate when they return. That is the goal. I just want to focus on positive right now. Let's just be in that celebratory mode. Okay. All right. So if you want to say anything, you want to share how excited you are, leave them in the comment section below. Also, please like this video, subscribe, and hit that notification button, because that's really helping my channel. And also, please follow me on X and on Instagram, but more importantly, on Patreon. It's a vibrant community. We have a lot of things going on there, and things are improving as I get my business in order. So I hope to see you there. We do have a free tier just in case you want to try things out. All right, see you there. Bye.